you have the issue of solid waste management, the problem of garbage, it has remained constant, stagnant, 16 billion. It has not changed. So this essentially means the next financial year, we are not going to buy even a single garbage truck. We had the plans of installing recycling plants for garbage. Nothing. Wanted to operationalize Dundu, the new site, because Chitezi is full. We wanted now to make Chitezi, it's 136 acres, operational and functional, a state-of-the-art recycling plant was expected to be installed there using cutting-edge technology. Unfortunately, that is coming to a note because Parliament has not provided that money. It's not there. So the stench, I'm sorry to give you bad news, the people of Kampala, the stench you are used to, I'm worried it may worsen because the budget has not improved. The same with the floods. We expected government to provide the money for at least fixing the major drainage channels, because time and again I've told you, or we have explained to you, from the Kampala Drainage Master Plan, we are supposed to fix 9 drainage major channels. That is Nachivubo, Narukorongo, Chinawataka, Narubaga, Rubiji, Mayanja, and so on and so forth. So we are struggling to adjust the allocations of the KAMPALA project, at least to cater for Narukorongo and Mayanja. But for government of Uganda budget, not even a single coin has been provided. So we may have to grapple with the issue of floods for some time. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. It's regrettable. I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but it would appear the floods are still with us for some good time, given the lean budget we have. Now, coming specifically on the issue of the roads, like I told you, the enhancement we are told right now is specifically to clear the areas. And this is a matter we are going to deal with in all the meetings we are going to have as a state executive committee and the council. Because we are told, yes, there's been a boost for government of Uganda funding from 46.9 billion to 166. But it's because largely we are indebted to contractors. Many of them actually are about to lay down their tools. You have already witnessed the delays we are having with the KCRRP. We demanded for a comprehensive report of why there are inordinate delays, unconscionable delays which you cannot explain on all these roads. Some of the civil works in many of these roads, they have not started. Go to Chitezi, for example. Look at Salama Road. Here, St. Emma Road, they are just laying culverts. They have taken months. And many, many others. Chebando Ringi Road, they have just started. Port Bero Road, they are talking about other things like adjustments and variations, and I will explain that. So when we demanded for the explanation why there are those delays and why they are demanding that this money be paid to them, this is the explanation given to me. I'll give you the document. Give me the phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Beg for my phone. This is terrible. Using it and they are bringing it. But this is what they have explained. Why there are delays. why the construction is at a snail pace. Number one, failure by some of the contractors to adequately mobilize for the works. There are contractors that were given contracts, but they took months to start the mobilization, to establish their construction camps, mobilize the equipment and do what. They are taking months. If you ask them, why have you not started, for example, to handle the civil works on Salama Road, for example, they will tell you the contractors are still mobilizing. You ask this mobilization, what does it take? So they are still on mobilization. So that is reason number one. Two, payment delays to the contractors. This has constrained the cash flows of some of the contractors. They are complaining about payment delays. And I have asked for payments to be due, there must be certificates of completion. So we want to know how many certificates have been signed and they have not been cleared. Look at all these roads. At least maybe Old Mubende Road, some serious progress made. If that one claims payment, there is that patch where we are compensating some of the residents who yielded their land. We had some issues along that road. Some games had been played. You know, there is that company called the Sinotrack there. The road was supposed to pass through their site. Now they had to make adjustment to go to the community, and the community had to be paid. So there is a patch which is not constructed up to now, and they have to be paid. So when the Ministry of Finance permitted us to utilize 15 billion towards compensation, we embarked on the process of compensating some of those landowners. At least that patch is good. But these other roads you cannot explain. There is no explanation given as to why Sapolokagwa Road, for example, is in the state in which it is right now. Where is it? How can the contractor who was given a contract over a year ago to commence construction of Sapolokagwa Road without even a single certificate now begin claiming payments, arrears, for what? For removing the remaining asphalt. So that's where we stand. Issue number two, delays. Two, proposed major scope changes by consultant on some of the lots with associated high cost increases. The changes proposed with the impact on cost required extensive value engineering and consultation with the bank and other stakeholders before approvals are given by KCC. As a result, some contractors have been delayed because the supervising engineers could not issue the required instructions at the time before securing the necessary approvals to proceed from KCCA. All of a sudden, we have received disturbing reports from some of these contractors that they need to make variations in the architectural designs, in the road designs. Can you imagine? All these procurement processes took long. Now, after undergoing the procurement process, they are consultant engineers. You have worked on the designs. You embark on mobilization and the construction. All of a sudden, we are going to give you a list of roads where they're saying, no, now this one we need a flyover. And this one requires more money. Let us do adjustments. Actually, the adjustments they are making now have skyrocketed to a region of around 200 billion Uganda shillings. And we are worried it may eat into the 350 billion savings we had earlier alone declared. And these are some of the issues we are still dealing with. And we are going to have an interface with Africa Development Bank. As the Office of the Road Mayor, we are writing to the Africa Development Bank have an interface over these issues, to iron them out before we get disastrous results out of these variations. The second last reason given for the delay, delays by other government agencies to give the required approvals before the commencement of works. For example, the delay by CGV to approve the RAP or for Salama and Masiro roads has delayed the commencement of works on these two roads. Delays by the CGV, Chief Government Valuer, to approve the RAP costs for Salama and Masiro roads, which has caused the delay of the civil works along those roads. This is the explanation now being given. That for Masiro road, people are supposed to be compensated. Salama road, their people were supposed to be compensated. Now the technical team are telling us civil works cannot commence unless we have given the valuations given by the chief government valuer. Now the chief government valuer is sleeping on job. You may find he's on a holiday somewhere in Bahamas or wherever when people here are suffering. So we can't allow this to happen. Up to now, no explanation is given why the chief government no plausible reason has been given why the chief government valuer has not given the valuation for compensation of the affected person, the project affected person. The money now at least is there, 15 billion is there. I've told you we have started compensating those ones along Old Mubende Road in Busega. But now Masiro Road and the Salama Road, they are telling you, wait, who this government chief government valuer is, wherever he is, whatever his name is, we are putting him on notice. Please, you will be responsible for whatever will happen if people rise up against whatever is happening. Finally, the other reason given, the requirement for prior review by the bank has delayed the procurement of contractors from Pererwe, Chiti Road, Odichira Road, and Ntinda Kisasi Roads. You know, Pererwe Chiti Road is a very long stretch, I think over 8 kilometers. And it's in a terrible state. And it's the road we use to take our garbage to Chitezi. Now they are telling you delays by the approvals by the bank. Of course, yes, you have to get an objection from the bank. The contracts have to be approved by the bank. Now, since these are our funders, I will not be so critical against them. But let me go through you members of the press to make a humble request to the African Development Bank. Kindly first track the processes of approval. Let the contracts be approved very fast so that we put to task whoever is responsible for construction of the roads for civil works to commence. Now we are tasking them to commence civil works along that Imperere Road, along Masiro Road, Kasubi and whatnot, and then these are saying the bank is yet to approve the contracts. Please, African Development Bank team, we ask you kindly expedite the processes. Now finally, the notorious SFC. We have a problem, a very, very big one. You are aware the SFC were given contracts through a presidential directive way back in May to take over maintenance of our roads, at least fixing of the roads, or rather the potholes, and also repair some sections of the roads. They were supposed to handle two things.